Welcome, members and passengers, all aboard. This is your skipper D Life, and we are here taking a look at the markets. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. That's right, wherever you are, good morning, good night in the world. Woo, what are we seeing here, members? Right now, we can't believe this. Right now, Bitcoin back at 100,000. Shout out to everyone that took the trade down at that 93 area, that 94 area, and like I said, if we held up above that 95,000 area, then we're definitely going back up. I said that in my previous video, and so said, so done. I missed the move. I decided to go with an altcoin instead. Should have went with Bitcoin at that time, and I think I recorded that video. I do believe Bitcoin was still under 95,000 or 96,000 then. I was right at that area there. That definitely would have been a small 5% move. Could have taken advantage of that, but it is what it is. Definitely right now, Bitcoin is looking good for trading. Making 3%, 5%, 4% moves in a day. As you can see, we got some nice selling off once we came into that 102 area, which was a strong area of previous resistance. Remember, just take a look on the daily. As you can see, we wicked off that area there back in the liquidation event. That is when a lot of that's when everyone got liquidated, put it that way. If you bought after 90,000, once we hit that round area, they definitely came back up to get some liquidity before the market rallied back up. And as you can see, we even got back down at that area again in December, a few days before Christmas, and then we retested it. Not retested, but we got close to that area again back in after Christmas, right before the New Year. Almost got close to that 91,000 area right there. As you can see, so close, right there. Beautiful trade, 91,562, if you were able to catch that move. All right. So, what can we say from this? 91 is definitely a strong area of support. Bitcoin may be in a range, but here's the beautiful thing, remembers. And like I said in the title of the video, this is beautiful. We have gotten back above the 60,000 trend line. I call it the 60,000 trend line because that is where we broke from back in November the 5th. That is where I started that line from. That is where we had our first touch on it. We were far away from it. We came back down and we touched it and we broke it, but then we faked out right below it and then we rallied right back up above it. Definitely Bitcoin is looking bullish. I've got to say it is looking bullish. But let's go ahead on a larger time frame. We're maybe oversold. Let's take a look at the RSI on the weekly. Definitely we are getting back up into that overbought area, not oversold. We've got to be careful there in the weekly because we could be pricing in a lower low before we get back down. We do know lower lows, higher. We got a higher. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Once we price in lower highs, lower lows, and right now we could be pricing in a lower high before we make another lower low. But of course, that is just speculation. It's always speculation time here once we get into the charts on the PDL Express. Don't forget, today's video is only financial. It's not financial advice. It's only education and entertainment purposes only. All right, crew members. So Bitcoin looking beautiful. Let's take a look at the buyers. Wow, this is amazing. Look at the buyers, crew members. They are definitely outpowering the sellers today. This is the third time I took a look at the chart, and we were at 90, 30, like 90, 10 almost. But it's definitely a battle going on right now. As you can see, the sellers are at 74. But buyers just jump right back in at 90, so definitely a lot of buying going on with the orders right now. A lot of buying and selling going on. So definitely some liquidity is there in the market we should be seeing a move. But as you can see right now, we are definitely selling. The sellers are selling and the buyers are buying up those sell areas. So let's go ahead now and look a little further. So once we can stay above this trend line and we can hold it, then definitely I could see us getting back up to take another attempt at breaking that 102 area. Definitely there was liquidity there, and you know what? We needed to move the market, fill some of those sell orders. Definitely people was waiting for Bitcoin to get back up to the 100,000 area and fill some of those sell orders, because we know that area is a round, big key area, and we're definitely going to get some reaction from the market once we get into that zone. But we've got to stay above this trend line. Will this trend line hold us up? Is it still valid? I don't know, but we're definitely coming into a squeeze here. And you know what squeezes do? Either they will break to the upside or they'll break to the downside. As you can see, this wedge, this nice triangle that I have marked out here from the new high of the 102 that we just made. So remembers, two ways you can look at this. Either they were pricing in a new lower high before we get back down and go down again, or we're going to go ahead and push to retest the all-time high of 108. What should you do right now? Well, definitely place buy orders. In my opinion, personally, what I would do, place buy orders back down at that 98,000 area, right around here. And should you get filled, of course, you put your stop loss back down at that 90 area. Worst case, we get stopped out down there. But definitely, we've got to validate that 98,000 as our new support before we rally back up, because we don't have any key support after the 90,000 move. We've got to validate some kind of support to hold us up in order to get back to the 108. So that is my idea for Bitcoin. All right, members. So place that buy order down at 98,000. If we get back down there, boom, we trigger that buy. And if we're still bullish, we're going to go for another try back at that 102 and then hopefully to the 108. That would be a beautiful trade. Let's move into now Ethereum. Ethereum looking great. We're back above that 38,000 or 35,000. As you can see, I had that marked out as a blue zone. We had to break above that. I said that in previous videos. Once we break above it, Ethereum is going to move. And as you can see, crew members, we moved. We went all the way up to 37,000. That is amazing. That was a beautiful move. But now we need to come back and validate that 35,000 as support. So we're going to turn this into our buy zone, members. So buy orders down at 35,000 and we get filled. We validate it as support, and then boom, we make our next move to our previous resistance of 4,000. That's going to be like what, 5% move, 50%. Not bad at all. 10x leverage. That's what you've got to, it is what it is. Got to put a little leverage on there so you can make some nice gains. So let's go ahead and just mark this up now. So this is what I'm looking at for Ethereum. If we hold above this, then potentially we won't get back down to our buy zone. But yeah, we're kind of high right now. So yeah, we definitely don't want to be buying high. We want to buy low, of course. We know that is the rule of thumb. And let's go ahead and just put this where I think it should go, right there. All right, remember, so we got a nice trend line going right now. Nice uptrend for Ethereum. It holds. We can see it continuing traveling to make highs to go back to the 4,000. If it breaks, boom, 3,500 is definitely where I want to be. Test that out as support, and then we make another move. That is what I'm looking at for the Ethereum members. All right, let's jump back into my favorite two altcoins. We're gonna save the best for last. Mana, like I said in my previous video, I mean, the good thing with Mana right now is that we are definitely holding above that key red zone that I marked out right here a few days ago in my last video. What we need to break above and stay above. We broke above it, and I have a new area marked out for a buy area right here, validating that as support now. And either it's going to be the red zone we buy back into, which is going to be that area of 54 cents, and in our buy zone is going to be 56 cents. Right now we're looking good on the 4-hour, holding above also the same trend line. As you can see, Ethereum almost doing the same thing, just like Mana. On the daily, we're looking good. We closed above that 54 cents area, 55 cents. So that looks great. Let's come on down to the 4-hour. And like I said, we're holding above this trend line, this orange trend line that I marked out right here. But if we break below it, then I'm definitely looking to get in at this area here, at the 53 cents, 53 cents, 54 cents. 52 would be awesome when we break below, right on that trend line. That would be the perfect entry to go back up to that 60 cents. But that's where we are. So Mana, I missed that move. So waiting to see what the market is going to do with Mana. I'm waiting to see if we can get a better entry to go back up to retest that 60 cents area. On a larger scale, let's take a look at Mana on the weekly. There we go, members. The beautiful thing with Mana is that we have already tested this red zone, this red 80 cents area 3 times, members. If we get back up here again, we break above this 80 cents, I do believe, of course, our next major area, but we may even shoot past that area. I believe we're gonna massively break past this, even though it could be strong resistance. But I do believe that's gonna be our next area, which is that $1.11. But I believe we're gonna just rally straight past that once we get past that 80 cents, because that's going to be our 4th attempt breaking that 80 cents area for Mana. Woo, sky's the limit, back to $2.70 all-time high. So beautiful trade right now, down at 90 cents, back up to all-time highs. Should Mana get real bullish and the altcoin season start, we get these 10x's, 20x's that which we're looking for in the market. All right, members. So that is my ideas for Mana, better entries for Mana right now. And we saved the best for last. EOS, as you can see, members, if you checked out my last video, I put in a buy order for EOS, but I don't think we got filled. EOS right now moving a little bit slow, but you know what? I don't think we got filled. Let's break this down to the 4-hour. And my area was about 85, right around here. This 85.7 area, but unfortunately we didn't sell back down there. We didn't get back down to like I thought we would before we make a move. As you can see, this is my area. What I would love to see them get back down to, and then we rally back up to the 95 cents before we get to that round number in the sky, a buckaroo, $1 for EOS. So I mean, I'm still keeping that order. I hope we get down there. That is what I'm looking for with EOS, a better entry, because I missed the move. So everything pretty much I missed the move on. Mana and EOS, I'm looking for a better entry. But as you can see right now, price is holding. We're consolidating for EOS. Maybe we could be breaking out. Consolidation builds up and builds up and builds up, and then either it's going to break to the upside or the downside, and then we get a pump. We get that pump right back to this blue zone area of, like I said, that round number in the sky, a buck. That is going to be our next move. Right now we're at 92 cents. That would be a nice move, about 8% move. 10x would be what, 80%. So that would look good still. Once we can hold above here, but if we get a better entry, back down on the hour, as you can see, a lot of consolidation here, and I've got this area marked out. I would definitely put another buy order at this area here. Which area is this? This is the let's see, what area is this? Yeah, that area there. So, crew members, that is my idea for EOS, my idea for Mana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Stay tuned to the next update, and hopefully we get filled on some of these new, potential entries. All right, over and out.